Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. And today we're talking about how I'm getting back on track again when it comes to taking care of my gut health. I completely fell off track. Yeah, I don't know. I guess life just started lifing and getting busy, and I was not as intentional about the foods that I was eating. And I think once things are going so well for you, you think I can kind of sneak a little bit of this in. I can do a little bit of this. And I've kind of gotten over to the side of the spectrum where my body's like, what are you doing? Like, no. That being said, I have been implementing a lot of things in the past that were amazing for my gut health. And now I am trying to get back on track and start this journey kind of over again, or kind of revamp where I'm at right now to kind of get back on track is what I'm trying to say. For me, I look at gut health as a pivotal point in my mental health journey and my overall wellness journey, simply because the way in which there's so many different neurotransmitters and neurons and all the things inside of the gut speaking to the brain, which then can impact our mood and our mental health. Grab whatever you need. I have some kombucha with a little bit of lemon squeezed into it, so grab what you need and let's get into it. All right, so I have my computer here and I'm going to be looking down because I just took some time to reflect on what was helpful for me previously and what this journey is about to look like for me now. And really what started this was me really getting to a space of saying I'm nurturing self. All parts of self. I'm not playing around. Like, in order for me to pour out, which is what I'm always doing, I have to nurture me. All right, let's start off by talking about fermented foods. So fermented foods have been so helpful for me in the past, and I've just kind of figure out which one and what feels best for my body. So when it comes to fermented foods, they are actually packed with probiotics, which promote a healthy balance of bacteria inside of the gut. Some of those things that I personally like are things like kimchi. I am in love with Trader Joe's kimchi. Let me just tell you the things I get from Trader Joe's that are helpful for my gut health. The number one thing is the kimchi. I get the sauerkraut. They also have these saltwater pickles that I oftentimes get from Trader Joe's that are so good. Those are like the main staples that I'll buy. I also try to do a lot of those fiber-rich foods, which is going to act as a prebiotic. Like sometimes you may hear, or you may be reading a bottle of like probiotics and it says like includes prebiotic and probiotic. Essentially the prebiotic is just like that fiber that we can get from different vegetables and also some of the fruits and stuff that we eat. This one is probably the most important one, and I really hope if you don't take anything else away from this video, you take this. Like, you literally take this one thing and it's reducing stress levels. Reducing stress levels is crucial for our gut health. So if we have high levels of stress, it can disrupt the bacteria levels inside of our gut, which then can cause inflammation inside of our gut and so many other issues in our body essentially as well. So we have to really work hard to reduce stress levels as much as we can. So looking for different strategies to reduce stress levels has been my go-to. Lately, I've been enjoying things that involve movement. Like, this has always been helpful for me, but lately I've noticed I've been doing a lot more walks. There's not as much pollen around here in Atlanta, so I can actually go outside and like not get attacked by pollen, but I can take more long walks now. I can just go outside on the balcony and have a cup of tea. Like, being outside, moving, going to the gym, getting on a solid routine with the gym has been something I'm working on, but also like pretty helpful for me as well, as what I've noticed. I've also started to do things that just feel right for me, that just simply feel good, and pottery has been one of those things. I'm in love with this. Like, it's so grounding to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I feel like I'm getting close. Like, I wish I could find my little piece of pottery that I made. I don't know, it's around here somewhere. But it was so fun to like create something and like start over several times and it still turned out to be something really cool. I've been loving pottery, so that's been my self-care. It's been stress reducing. I also started to become more aware of things that are draining to me, and we just try to figure out how to reduce those things that are draining to us and eliminate them, reduce them, do whatever we can to make sure it's not draining all of our energy and producing high levels of stress inside of our life. So that's gonna be my strategy lately for reducing stress. On top of therapy, on top of, doing different breathing techniques often throughout the day, on top of time with Jesus, all the things. I really wanted to be intentional about sharing how stress can impact your gut health in so many ways. And I hope you guys can create some strategies that work for you to reduce your stress levels. All right, next up is taking the right supplements. So I'm definitely one who will take a good supplement if I know it's something my body is not getting from the foods that I'm eating. While I try to get everything from the foods, there's certain things like omega-3s that I may not be able to get from the foods that I'm eating, or vitamin D. So something like omega-3 and vitamin D actually can reduce the levels of inflammation inside of your gut, which can then impact your gut and your brain because of, having lower levels of inflammation. Also, we know that a good probiotic is crucial for our gut health. So there was one that I was taking previously at a health food store that I found to be very helpful, from a health food store that I found to be very helpful. So I may try that one again just because it worked. And I will let you guys know. I'll take it for like a month and I'll let you guys know if I do like it and recommend it if you're looking for a good probiotic. So stay tuned. So to kind of follow up from this, I think it's really good to be intentional about understanding what you need, like understanding the signals that your body's sending you. Like if you have some type of sensitivity to certain food, if you do feel, like really bloated after eating certain foods or eating in a certain way, then that could be your body signaling and saying something to you about what you just had. And then also getting like different allergy tests done just to understand what you're allergic to, how that could be impacting your health as well. And for me personally, I have finally found something that makes me so happy, and it is a functional medicine doctor that I will be going to very soon. And we are going to start off by doing like an intensive allergy test and being intentional about any sensitivities that I may have in my body, so I can make sure I'm not giving my body those things that that I don't need. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. But just taking the supplements and then going to someone who can assist you in determining the right supplements that you may need or allergies that you might have is something that I'm doing, and I would definitely recommend it as well. And just getting the right support is crucial to your overall health. Another thing that really impacts our gut health is our sleep patterns and rhythms. And I feel like the last like 4 or 5 months I've been so busy, and my sleep has been okay, but I've been not getting as much as I feel like I need. So I'm aiming for like 7 hours or 8 hours per night. And I've also noticed lately it's felt really, really good to wake up as like in a natural way without an alarm, is what I'm trying to say. And I've noticed that my circadian rhythm has actually changed a little bit, and I'm kind of waking up feeling a lot more rested. So listening to my body, trying to adjust my schedule so that way I can get the quality sleep that I need has been beneficial and helpful. You guys, I actually have a meeting right now for work, so I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna give you your last point, and then I'm gonna give you the last point and wrap up things, but I will be right back after my meeting. We can try that for let's try that for the Self-Care Sunday post and kind of see how it goes, see how much traction it gets, and see what happens. So I'll switch up the format just a little bit. Alright guys, so work meeting has now ended. We're back, and I wanted to follow up with talking about how I also am intentional about like the foods that I'm eating and what that looks like for me. It has been a process over the years, but this is an area I feel like I put a lot of work in with, just like meal prepping my meals to make sure that I'm not just ordering something or getting something that's not the best for my body, but meal prepping those meals and thinking about what the meals are going to be way beforehand, so that way I can make a grocery list that includes all the ingredients that I need. And I can even look and see, like, am I making sure I put those fermented foods up here? I'm making sure I get those foods that are high in certain vitamins that I want to make sure that I'm consuming. And for me specifically, I've noticed that eating more plant-based meals help me so much. Not those plant-based meals that are heavy in carbs. Like, I'm not talking about the pastas, I'm not talking about the processed foods, I'm not talking about those meals. I'm talking about the high quality, like whole foods that I can get in those meals. My body loves them. So trying to incorporate more of those, and trying to be careful when it comes to things like gluten. I know that my body's like, we don't really need this. Like, we don't want it. I'm instantly bloated after eating. bread or pasta. Like, I'm instantly bloated. And going for those gluten-free options, I feel like we have so much variety now, so that if we do have some sensitivity to dairy or gluten or soy, whatever it is, there's so many options on the shelf now that we don't have to consume it. Like, life is just different. And yeah, I think that's the biggest one. Like, that's one of the biggest ones. I think right next to that one would be making sure and reducing stress. Well, really all of these, like the movement, the stress reduction strategies, like all of these have been playing a really big factor in my overall gut health. So join me in this journey. Like, if you find that you don't feel well and are bloated, or even like mentally and emotionally you don't feel your best self, then attacking your gut health could be something that could really impact your mood and mental health as well. Thank you so much. If you stay to the very end, I appreciate it. Let me know by liking this video, and I will see you guys in a couple of days. I hope that you are able to pull something and start your gut healing journey as well, and knowing that it's going to impact your life in so many different ways. So thanks for watching. See you guys in a few days. Bye.